Alright guys, today I'm going to be doing a review of the Beyerdynamic DT990 Pro studio headphone. And I've been using it over a year now, I've had to have. And so far I really like them. For gaming, they're really well because of the soundstage on them. They're a lot different than Sennheiser, like the DT or the 650s, HD 650 or HD 6XX. Those have like a really mellow, smooth, calm soundstage for really good for listening to music. And after reading up a lot of reviews before I purchased these, a lot of people said that the DT990 Pros were a lot better for gaming, and they do sound very good for gaming. And listening to music, they still sound amazing as well. Especially they're not that good for like jazz and stuff like that, but for like rock music and stuff like that, they're pretty good. Although they can be a little bit, I don't know how to explain it, but intense on certain kinds of music. You can notice like really trebles a lot. Like the trebles are really intense. But overall, they are a really good gaming headset. No microphone on them, as you can see, and you will need a DAC amp to push these. They're 250 ohm impedance. I use the shit Magni Modi stack, and it's amazing. They sound very good. Pushes them just fine. You can push even more. So they're open back headphone. They have velour ear pads, which are very comfortable. And Beyerdynamic headphones are really stout. Like you can bend them. They're very stout, and everything on them is modular. So, like, you can replace the ear pads, you can replace this headset. It all comes apart, and it's all replaceable. And you can order parts for all of them anywhere on like Beyerdynamic's website. So that's amazing. My only complaint is the wire is not detachable. For the premium you're paying for these, the wire is not detachable. So we'll get into price. You could probably find them for cheaper on Amazon. This is just Beyerdynamic's website. You could probably find them for like 130 bucks on Amazon. But that's my only complaint is the wire's not detachable. If they had a detachable wire, they would be a god tier headphone, I would say. But they're still amazing. I know how to solder, so if the wire did mess up, I could take them apart and just resolder it, which I would do. But people who don't know how to do that and who don't have soldering equipment wouldn't be able to repair them. They'd be screwed. But it's not too big of a concern for me since I've fixed headphones in the past before, soldering and soldered quite a few things, wiring in my car, wiring up stuff. So I mean, it's not that big of a deal. But overall, I'm very satisfied with them. I've replaced the earphones once. I have two sets of ear pads because they do get dirty. I do not recommend wearing them when you're sweaty, because that sweat will get in the velour right here, and eventually it'll like mat it over if you wear them like sweating for a long time. Like my other set, I washed them and I followed a tutorial on YouTube to wash them, and it kind of ruined them. It I mean, it brought them back fine. So we'll go back to full screen. It brought them back fine, but they're not as like stiff as they were anymore. So when I put them back on, they're not as comfortable. Like my ears, it would flatten them against my ear. They clean just fine. So I read more on Beyerdynamic's website to clean them. They just said just use a damp rag and warm water over the tip. Because with these, I fully dunked them in a bowl with laundry detergent and squeezed them out, and it kind of ruined them. So probably these I won't be using anymore. I'll probably just buy another set, and they're like 30 bucks for a brand new set. I'll probably just buy another set and just clean them the proper way with just warm water and a rag, and just kind of go over it, because those are useless. They still work, but they're just not as comfortable as normal. And we'll go over how I got to this point with headphones, because as some of you know, I switched to PC like 2 years ago, roughly, from console, and what I was using before, which are amazing headphones. If you're like specific gaming headsets, which are pretty versatile, use them on PC, PS4, and Xbox are the Astro A40s. Sorry, my dog is bothering me right now. Are the Astro A40s. And I would recommend these if you're looking for just a gaming headset with a mic and some adjustability with the mix amp and versatility. I would recommend these because they're USB, powered by USB, and like you could plug optical into your PS4 and Xbox, and then the USB into your PC, and use them on both, and it's that simple. I did end up selling these because I didn't use them anymore because I don't use consoles anymore. I don't have consoles anymore, and I only use these. But those were amazing. But when I switched to PC, I was looking for something that were like PC specific. So the first set I tried was the SteelSeries Arctis 7 or Arctis Pro. And they were kind of comfortable and they sounded okay, but over time the ears, you could start feeling the plastic like pushing onto your head. They weren't like stiff enough ear pads. They start pushing onto your head. The mic wasn't that great sounding, but they were decent enough. I ended up returning them after a few days because I didn't like them. And then I tested out these, and these are junk. These are so uncomfortable. Those ear pads are like bricks. They're so hard. They're creaky, like the plastic just like while you're moving them around, and they're just not a good headset. They have a lot of options and stuff on them, but they're just not a good headset. So, and the next one I tried, because I was like, well, maybe I'll try something a little more high, a little bit more nice. So I tried these Sennheiser's PC373Ds. These were actually nice. Like they're very comfortable. They're very sturdy. They're quality made. They sound pretty good. A decent price premium. And they were all right, but it still wasn't what I was looking for. I used them for a few months, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna read up on some reviews. And this was like right when Ninja was getting really big and everyone saw his headphones and everyone kept asking about them and asking about them. And I was like, well, are these just hype or are they actually good? So I read into it a lot, and everyone's just like, screw gaming headsets. Gaming headsets are trash. They don't have the sound stage. They don't have good drivers in them. They're just, the only reason they're marketed and big is because they have a microphone on them, and they false advertise this Dolby 7.1 crap like that. When you have a good stereo headset, headphone that's used for like mixing in a studio, they have a way better sound stage. It'll even sound better than all of these if you have a good drivers, good sound stage, and just a quality headphone. They will sound way better. And trust me, as soon as I started using these and got the DAC amp set up, got the little settings right in the PC and everything, oh, they're amazing. The difference is night and day. And then I went and I was like, all right, I want to jam these on some. I went and I was listening to Temple of the Dog and Alice in Chains and just like 90s fucking grunge rock. And they sound amazing. I was like, wow, I've been missing out my whole life on these, on quality headphones. And that's my review. Very few complaints. The only complaint I would say is the non-detachable wire. Other than that, they're very comfortable. I would say out of all these, the most comfortable overall were the Astros. They just felt like they were hugging your head. I had the mod kit on them, but they were closed back, and they would fatigue you after a while with that shit blasting in your ear. So I would highly suggest open back for gaming. If you're wanting to listen to like bass heavy music all the time, like electric music or like dubstep or rap, I would recommend the close back. But for gaming and long gaming sessions and being comfortable, I would recommend open back. Something like this or the Sennheiser HD600, HD650. But these are cheaper than the Sennheiser HD600 and HD650, and they're a great headset, great headphone. I would recommend them to anybody looking for a quality headset. So I'll show you the DAC amp I have, which is really good. So Magni Modi right here. These three, they just stack on top of each other. Or these two, they just stack on top of each other. USB from your PC to this, and then 2 RCAs from this to this, and then you just plug your headphone, because it comes with a 1/4-inch screw-on adapter. With these, you just plug them into there. Has adjustability, has some gain switches on it, you know, if you need to power them a little harder. Has an opticals on it. So if you want, you can even actually plug these into your PS4 or Xbox via optical right here, and you could still use these headphones on your console, but you would just have to plug them in via this. And then you could just switch it, you know, right here on this front switch, switch it, and still use it. So if any of you are in the market for an amazing sounding headphone at a decent price, I recommend the Beyerdynamic DT990 Pro, and have a good one.